Hello guys, welcome to my channel AnyCloud Tech. My name is Anubhav and today we are going to learn how to promote a machine as a domain controller. Okay, so let's proceed with this. Open your Chrome browser or any browser. Go into Google platform, select compute engine, select VM instances. So guys, for that first we need to create a machine with operating system 2016, and we are not using 2019 here because it is still have some bugs which will take a gradual time to be removed by Microsoft. And here we just need to select or give a name of the machine. We are selecting the default region and the zone. We are not changing the machine type even, and only we need to change the machine size, the machine OS. And here we are taking as Windows Server and Windows 2016 data center with the desktop experience, and 50 GB hard drive is to be fine, so no need to change this. Click on create. And guys, just to demo this part, how domain controllers works and how we will join our machine into the domain. So we also need to create one more machine, so let's create one more machine, and we can give as name as client 01. We are not changing anything in this as well apart from OS. So guys, we can take any OS, so we'll take here 2012 data center R2, and 50 GB hard drive is enough to run, and click on create. So hope guys, as in my previous video you have seen how we are going to create the machines. So you will get the notifications here also. So when you click on create machine, you will get the notification here. So guys, machines are ready, and we are also able to take the control. So let me show how we can take the control. Just put this IP, public IP. So guys, just for temporary purpose we have given this public IP so that we can take the RDP of this machine easily, and later we will remove this IP once we will shut down this machine, or once we'll install the binaries. We'll use client 01 as a jump server for this ADE01. Okay, and let me put here the username and then the password, and it will prompt me for login console. Yeah, okay, so the console is coming now. As you can see, I'm on the server screen. So we need to first change the host name of this machine, and then we can install the binaries of the domain controller. So guys, I'm on the machine, and we need to change the administrator password of this machine before proceeding for promoting this machine as a domain controller. So I have opened the computer management, and I'm under user, and I'm going into the property of administrator, and here I am selecting this option as never expire, and then I need to change the password of this first, and then this will allow me to have some setting change in for the administrator. Go into the property, password never expire, and this is fine now. So go into this server manager console, and you will be able to see this promote this server as a domain controller. Click on it, and so guys, there are three options. So this one option is describes about, like, if you have an existing domain, you can select and give the domain name here, and this machine or this server will be added into the existing domain. this second option is for the existing forest. So if you have an existing forest and you want to create a different domain, or you want to create a different domain name, you can mention the domain name here. For the third option, this is for the new forest. So here we are using this third option because this would be the first domain controller and the first forest. So here we are giving the name as the test.local, and we are clicking on the next. Now it will ask for some options, so we have to select forest function level and the domain level. So guys, if you are selecting this as 2016, right now you are getting this 2016 option because you are creating this server, and this server is having OS 2016, right? So if your server OS is 2012, it will give you an option here as 2012. So this forest and domain function level, guys, this is also very important part when you create your domain or forest. So if you are selecting here this 2016s, that means 2016 and later operating system will be good for domain controller and forest. So if you will add any domain controller, so let's suppose I am assuming that I am already having 2012 machines running as a domain controller in my hierarchy. So I will select this option, okay, this option. But guys, this is the first forest or a first domain controller in my forest, so I will select this 2016 option, and here I will keep these options as default, and I will not do any change, and I will give here DSRM password. So guys, what is DSRM password? So DSRM password is useful when you restore your directory. Click on next, and then you don't need to change anything. Click on next, and it will give you the NetBIOS name, and it will appear automatically here. You don't need to give it. Click on next. Now it will give the path of your database, NTDS database, and the sysvol. So in sysvol, guys, what is sysvol? So sysvol is your folder where whenever you create any policy or whenever you want to run any script on user profile, or you want to apply any user profile script, so your user profile will pick those scripts or those group policies from this folder. Okay, so I will show you in my upcoming videos where how the profile will pick policies from this folder. So when you click on next, it will give you a summary what you are going to create and what you will have. And in this summary, okay, you can see that the summary, and if you are fine with this, click on next, and now you will get the validation also. Validation is checked before the AD created. So we have already done this administrative password changed. So yeah, you can see this green sign here, that means all prerequisites checked has been passed successfully, so we can proceed for installation. Click on install and wait for 2-3 minutes, and your domain controller will be ready. So just wait for this. So it is still running and it will take some more time, and when the installation will be finished, it will ask for a restart and will reboot this machine after that. Yeah, see, the domain controller is created successfully, and see, it will automatically restart after some time, but we can do it manually as well. So click on close this and close this, and then it will restart automatically. So let's wait for few seconds and this machine will come up. Just refresh this, and we can also remove this IP, but for easy use we will not remove it, or we cannot remove it. But ideally we would not have the public IP on domain controllers. It is not safe to be having public IP on any machine. If you have any different way to measure it or to mitigate this, you can use that, like for taking control of your environment, you can always use or go through RD gateway setup, and probably you can use VPN also, right? There are so many methods. So I believe that we can take the control of this machine now. Yes, perfect. Okay, so let me take the control of this machine. And yeah, perfect. So the control is coming, and you can see, guys, the group policy client and all these are coming while I'm logging. So earlier it was not coming because this was not promoted as a domain controller. So once this profile will be loaded, I will show you some domain part like DSA, MSC and DNS management. I will show you some important things which you can check once you create. So this is first domain controller of your forest, and you do not have any other domain other than this. Probably if you have any other domain controller or additional domain controller in the same hierarchy, you can check the sync part as well, the syncing part, how they are going to be synced, and you can see the virtual circuit under in sites, right, domain sites. Okay guys, so the server is ready, and once you will log in onto the server with the domain ID, first domain ID, you just need to type here dsa.msc and you will get this window. So once you log in on this server, this is the first domain controller here. First create your ID and then proceed for the other stuff. So like I would say here like this, this, and let's see, I wanted to use this ID AV, and it would ask for some minimum character which requires for user to be created, and then we just need to click on never password expire. This is for domain admin account, so here we need to give the password and we need to click on next and then finish. So guys, my user is created. If you can see, this user is part of domain users, but since I need to use this account for joining the machines and for other stuff, so I will be adding one more role on my account, domain admins, and now I'm having domain admin rights, so I can do much task with my ID. So first of all, we need to check roles, the FSMO roles, and where those roles are running. So guys, since we have this one server only with us, so all the roles are running on to this machine. Otherwise, if we would have another additional domain controller, then we can switch the roles, and this switching will help us in the patching or in server reboot. So let's suppose we want to reboot domain controller 1, so we can transfer all the roles, all the FSMO roles to the DC2, and when we want to move back those roles onto 1, we can use the command line and move it, and we can reboot the domain controller 2 during the patch. So this will help. So just to see like what roles are running on this machine, you just need to type net dom space query fsmo and press enter. It will show you all the roles along with the domain controller name. So you can see here, you can see this part. So schema master role is running on this server, and other roles are running on this server. So guys, these top two roles requires some additional rights. So with domain controller, if you are part of domain controller domain admin groups, so you can migrate these roles. But to migrate these upper two roles, forest roles, you need to have a special permission on your ID other than the domain admins. So like for that you can use enterprise admin access and schema access as well, right? So just close this, and you can also check your DNS part. So go into this control panel, administrative tools, and here you can open this DNS. Also by using the command line you can open it. So you just need to type dns mgmt.msc. so this will also open the same console for you. So you need to click on this. So here if you see, the forward lookup zone is already there, but there is no reverse lookup, right? So if you see this, your domain controller entry is already here. So for reverse you just need to click on this, and guys, reverse is already not there, but it is required because when you translate your name to IP or IP to name, these two zones will help very much. So create new zone, click on this, create on primary zone, next, and since you are using IPv4 in your all the ranges, so click on next and give this as per your IP address of your domain. So your IP address is 192.168.1.11. so here you can give as 192.168.1, and for the last oct it will not ask anything from you, and you just need to click on next and finish. You can see your reverse zone is created now, and if you want to register any host name, you will be able to register it. So this is it for the domain controller basic. And let's suppose you want to join a machine into the domain. Take the control of that machine first, and then you can join that machine into the domain by doing some settings. So this machine is not on domain right now. This is just a fresh client machine, and if you want this machine to be put on to the domain, so let me show you how you can put this machine onto the domain. So go to my computer and properties. You can see this machine is not on domain and it is on work group, but first we need to check whether this machine is okay. So we are on client machine now, and we just need to go into the change settings. If we want to keep the same name, we can go with this name. So this is for the testing purpose, so there is no requirement to change this name. Go into the domain section, click on this and type here test.local and see. So this is the error. Why you get this error? Because you are not able to reach to the domain controller. And why you are not able to reach to this? Because the DNS of this machine is not having any entry for the domain controller, right? So probably there are two things: whether you define your IP as a static on this machine, or the second, maybe you can define this range into your VPC, and you can, like in AWS, you can always define DHCP option set where you can have your NTP and domain details there. So if I type here ipconfig space /all, you will not be able to see in the DNS, you will not be able to see the entry of that DNS. So there is a generic DNS server, right, which is for this range, but we need to put this. So I will go into the network setting, and what I will do is I will go into this and properties. So along with the 192.168.1.11, I will also put 192.168.1.1. this is my default, and this is my domain which just we created. So click on OK, and you are good to go. If you type here ns lookup, yes, it is redirecting now on the correct domain controller. So you can now click on OK and you will get the prompt. See, you get the prompt. So now here you just need to type here test, or you can see test domain is already coming here. So you can type your ID and then the password of your ID which you have created on domain. But guys, this should be part of domain admin group, so you will get this permission to add this machine onto the domain. So now this machine on the domain, and when I click on OK, it will restart after domain joining, and once it will come up, we will log in with the domain ID and see how it will work. Okay, so the machine is up and we can see the. So guys, client machine is ready now, and you can see it is in green mode, so means we can take the control of this machine. So you can go into more options like different user and type here test. This is our domain name, user ID, and then password, and you will be on the machine very soon once this configuration session is set up. So now you are on the machine, on the client machine. Go into the command prompt, and when you type here set, you will be able to see on which domain controller you are redirected to. So since we have one domain controller, and you can see here logon server as this domain controller. So guys, this is it, and hope you like it. And if you like it and you want to learn more things in Windows and cloud, you can always subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching my videos, guys, and see you in the next video. Thank you.